Shalom. First and foremost, I like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, a great millstone who rule well. And peace and salutations to the elect of Israel and the one third that's destined for salvation. To you I say Shalom. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to the flock of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. And I just want to bring out a couple of scriptures really quick about how we have to love our neighbor, and one of the ways we love our neighbor is by rebuking them. Alright? This is Ezekiel chapter 3, starting at verse 4. And he said unto me, Son of man, go, get thee unto the house of Israel, and speak my words unto them. Alright? So he's talking to you so-called blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans in America, but also the ones that scattered abroad. It's not just about your skin color. I say that time and again, because if I forget to say that, somebody might hear it and think of it as something that it's not. All right. Get thee unto the house of Israel and speak my words unto them. For thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech and of a hard language, but to the house of Israel. All right. He wasn't sent to a people with a hard language and strange speech and a hard language, like Arabic, strange speech, hard language. Russian, hard language. Right? German languages are hard. English is a hard language, to be honest, because there's so many different rules and the rules change for certain words. But when you're a Jake growing up in Babylon, these languages are strange and hard to learn, man. Chinese is a hard language, man. Or I should say Cantonese or Slovakia. Let me just continue on. Verse 6. Not too many people of a strange speech of an hard language, whose words thou canst not understand. Surely had I sent thee to them, they would have hearkened unto thee. That's right, man. You see these people in these other lands, man. They're in order. They're in order under wickedness, but they're still in order according to their culture, right? You don't see Moabite and Ammonite women act like harlots like you see Jake women. You don't see as many Elamite homosexuals as you see Jake men, right? And if the law, statutes, and commands were given to these people, they would have been in order, man. They would have been following them, right? Edomites, they stole their identity, the so-called Amaleks, and they follow the Torah to a certain extent, right? They don't follow it to a T, but they follow it, and they're in order, man. Even though there is wickedness and it was not given to them, but they're still in order, man. They follow Passover, not in the correct days. They follow the high holy days, right? It's still in order. But Jake is the only people whose God is the only living God, and we refuse to listen to him. But the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, for they will not hearken unto me. For all the house of Israel are impudent and hard-headed, and hard-hearted, which is also hard-headed, because your heart goes back to your mind, right? And impudent means stupid. All right, let's if we go into this word here, Ezekiel 3 and 7. Hazak. Strong, stout, mighty, strong, firm. Strong, usually in a bad sense. Hard, bold, violent. Stiff-hearted. Oh, Salaki, I thought it meant stupid and Salakia. Maybe I just got that wrong. But it still means hard-headed, man. Let me see something really quick. Impudent, not showing due respect for another person. And that's facts. It shows zero respect to the Most High, man. Salakia. But yeah, impudent means basically stuck in your ways. Hard-hearted, basically the same thing. But this is why we're so out of order today, man. Because we refuse to listen to the Most High. We listen to everybody else but the Most High. We listen to wicked people how to get money. We don't listen to we listen to Christian pastors how to get righteous, but we don't listen to the men of the Lord how to get righteous, man. Because we're hard headed, man. We don't believe another Jake could tell us what's right and wrong. We believe another nation has to tell us what's right and wrong. Because what does Jake know, man? But that's a foolish way to think, man. Ezekiel 3:8. Behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces, and thy forehead strong against their foreheads. And as adamant harder than flint have I made thy forehead. Fear them not, neither be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house. That's right, man. And this is in there because when you rebuke Drake, Salakia, this is in there because when you rebuke Jake, they get in their feelings, man. They get emotional, right? They act out. They get a lot of Jake get feminine, and a lot of Jake, when they don't have a rebuttal, they either shut down the conversation, change the subject, joke, laugh it off, or they want to get violent, right? You tell a Jake not to eat pork, man. They might hit you with a rebuttal like, man, who the fuck are you to tell me what to do, or what I can and cannot eat, man? Just like little Boosie when I don't know why made him started saying this, but when it came to the topic on pork and he was on Instagram Live, what happened? He flicked the Most High off. He said he eats what he want to eat. Basically, pork is delicious. That's a hard-headed man. That's a hard-headed man. Lord willing, he repent. But he's playing with fire, man. Literal fire. All right, let me jump down to 16. And it came to pass at the end of 7 days that the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth, and give them warning from me. All right? And that's what we're supposed to do. That's what we are doing, Salakia. These lessons, these brothers on the highways and byways, even the brothers that you might run into in your day-to-day walk in life, they might tell you a little nugget of wisdom. But that nugget of wisdom is a form of rebuke, right? You might see you might see a Jake ordering bacon on a sandwich. You might just say to him, hey, you know you're not supposed to eat that, right? Just to see how he takes wisdom, right? And then from that right there, he could either take heed or not, right? Depending on how the situation goes. He might snap back and be like, yo, it's my money, I do what I want with it. Things like of that nature. But hey, these are warnings from him. You're not supposed to eat that, right? You're not supposed to do that, all right? Because we're not supposed to suffer sin upon our neighbors, man. All right? Ezekiel 3:18. When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die. You eat that pork, you shall surely die, man. You want to be a homosexual? Thou shalt surely die. You want to kill your neighbors? Thou shalt surely die. You want to commit adultery with your neighbor's wife? Or you want to, or if you're an Eve woman, you want to commit adultery on your husband with another man? Thou shalt surely die. These sins are punishable by death, right? And that's the sentence for sin. That's the judgment of sin. For the wages of sin are death, man. Thou shalt surely die. Ezekiel 3:18. When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way to save his life. Right? And that's what we're doing in love, man. We're trying to save your life. We are not trying to physically save your life. We're trying to tell you how your life can be saved, man. The same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand. If we don't say nothing, if we let our neighbors continue in sin, the blood is on our hands, man. And that's the way it is. Even in Babylon, if you're walking down the street and you see a woman getting raped, or you see a man getting murdered, if you do nothing to stop it, or you don't call anybody for help, whether it be the police or whatever, and if you just continue on about your day, if the police catch you, you're facing that same crime, right? You're considered a rapist too. You're considered a murderer too, right? because you let it happen, right? The blood is at your hands, right? If we don't warn people from the sins that they're committing, the blood is at our hands. But we're not supposed to warn people over and over and over and over and over again, man. All right? No, it doesn't work like that. Let me prove that really quick, Salakia. Let me jump over to the book of Titus, chapter 3, and verse 10. A man that is a heretic after the first and second admonition, reject, man. And then if we go to the word heretic here, fitted or able to choose or to take or choose a thing, schismatic, factitious, a follower of false doctrine, right? And a follower of false doctrine is somebody that follows lies. Because if it's false, it's a lie. If it's not the truth, it's a lie. So if you warn somebody, you tell somebody the truth and they reject it, they're still a heretic. So, hey, if he wants to be a heretic, let him be, man. All right? Of Titus 3 and 10, a man that is an heretic after the first and second admonition, reject, right? And also if we go to, there it goes, Salakia. Revelations chapter 22 and verse 10, Salakia. Verse 11, he that is unjust, let him be unjust still. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still. Alright? And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be. Alright? So you're going to get judged according to your works, right? And our works as watchmen, Lord willing, we're part of that number, is to warn the people, man. Alright? Ezekiel 3 and 19. Yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul, right? If we warn the wicked, when we warn the wicked, we have done our job, man. We did what we had to do, right? Most jakes won't get it on the first go around hearing it. It takes a couple times to tell them. But hey, if you're not supposed to go back and forth 5 times with Jake, let him be filthy still, man. If he wants to if he wants to return to his vomit, if he wants to roll around in mud, let him be filthy still, man. Alright, let me jump over to Leviticus 19 and 17. Leviticus chapter 19 and 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor, and not suffer sin upon him. Alright? Rebuking somebody shows love, man. If you see a child crossing the street and he's not looking both ways, you're going to scream at him and tell him to look both ways before you cross. It's not because it makes you angry. It's because you want to save his life, man. Because children could easily, carefree, not a care in the world, easily run across the street and get hit by a car, man. So that's why you got to rebuke them when they don't look both ways, right? When the stove is on and they reach their hand to the fire, you gotta rebuke them. Hey, you touch that fire, you're gonna get burnt. Alright? And if they still reach and touch the fire, that's on them. Alright? If they don't want to look both ways before they cross the street, hey, that's on them. You warn them. You warn them. The blood is off your hands, man. So when we see Jake, tell him, yo, stop committing adultery. Stop eating shrimp. Stop being homosexual. Stop being a thief. Stop being a murderer, right? Stop being filthy, man. We've done our part, man. Let me get one more. I'm going to close it out with that. This is Jeremiah chapter 1, starting at verse 4. Then the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee. And I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. All right? Before we were born, the Most High knew who we were, man. What we were ordained to do, man. Lord willing, we're part of that number, but we were ordained to warn people. And this is how you warn nations. When you stand on the highways and byways in front of everybody, rich, poor, free bond, this everybody's downtown. Homeless is downtown, and the elite are downtown, right? Downtown's one of the few places in basically every city in America, I want to say, where you'll see homeless people and you'll see the 1% in the same area, right? You'll see homeless people and you see people driving by with Rolls Royce. You see people driving by with Bentleys, Ferraris, right? You see this week in and week out. It really does depend on where you live, right? But at the same time, it's a major. That's the gate of the city, man. The gate is where people enter in and exit out at the same place. This is the gate of the city is downtown, where you see the rich and the poor, man. You see people that's working and people that want to party, right? You see people that are lost and people that want to be found, man. This the place to be, right? When you stand out there and prophesy there, you are a prophet, right? You're warning nations, because since everybody's there, especially in Babylon, all nationalities are there. So you're warning every nation, right? What's their judgment going to be? Jeremiah 1:6. Then said I, Lord, your Lord Yahweh, behold, I cannot speak, for I am a child. But the Lord Yahweh said unto me, say not, I am a child, for thou shalt go to all that I shall send thee, and whatsoever I command thee, thou shalt speak. Right? And I struggle with this too, man. I always say to myself, I'm not an eloquent speaker. I don't know this and that. But I'm not supposed to say that, because I'm supposed to have faith that the Most High will put the words in my mouth so I could say the words that the people need to hear, man. That's it. That's all my job is, man. I'm not supposed to tell you how to feel about things, how I feel. None of that, man. This is all warning, man. This is all this is. This is all this is. This is a warning. These are warnings, man. We tell you the market of beats is coming. We tell you the economic collapse is coming. We tell you more viruses are coming. We tell you World War III is coming. We tell you Yahweh Shai is coming. These are all warnings, man. These are all warnings, right? And sooner or later it's going to be too late for you to take heed to warnings, right? You're going to be searching for the brothers that are warning you in love, but it's going to be too late, right? Take heed while you still can, all right? Jeremiah 1:8. Be not afraid of their faces, for I am with thee to deliver thee, saith the Lord Yahweh. All right? Then the Lord Yahweh put forth his hand and touched my mouth. And the Lord Yahweh said unto me, behold, I have put my words in thy mouth. See, I have this day set thee over the nations and over the kingdoms, to root out and to pull down and to destroy and to throw down, to build and to plant. Right? And that's another job of the prophets too. By prophesying on the highways and byways, by putting out these videos day in and day out, man. We're building a nation. We're building the nation of Israel, but we're also pulling down the rulerships of Esau, man. Every Jake that wakes up is closer to the end of Esau, man. Because all of that has to wake up is the elect. And once the elect is sealed, it's game over, man. It's game over, all right? But I'm going to wrap it up with that. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying again. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakal Kadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect of Israel. Until next time, Shalom and Abad Babal, Baba Kashah, Baba Kashah, Baba Kashah.